They made a mistake and now it's costing us money. Something is crumbling. All right, guys, we are here at the Mielke family farm. We're going into week 6 of this project, which is absolutely incredible because, I mean, $130,000 rehab normally would take 4 or 5 months. So I am keeping the pressure on and making sure that we stay on track, but I couldn't be happier about how things are going. We are a little bit over budget, but when you do a house like this that needs a full rehab, that's gonna happen sometimes. So we're at the point in the project where if you walk by something and it's not perfectly correct, it's gonna finish out wrong. So there's a few things I wanna show y'all that we are really focusing in on to make sure that this house reflects all the hard work that's went into it. So here, we'll check it out. So the first thing that we're changing is we actually decided not to use this fireplace in here. We decided that this space would be better suited if this was a sitting area. And so obviously we can't have a fireplace in the middle of the sitting area. We thought about pushing it up against the wall and we just didn't like the spacing at all. So something that we thought was gonna be so important to this room is ending up not even being a part of it. And that's just kind of how it goes in the design world. You don't really know the full plan until you really get into it. So we are still doing a wet bar here, which is gonna be great. And we're still doing a bookshelf over here. We're gonna hang a nice piece of art on this fireplace and that's gonna be it. So I think that spatially, that's gonna make this house feel a lot better and it's gonna be a lot better for entertaining. So that's the first change that we're making. So one of the things that I'm super excited about in this house is this vanity for the main bathroom. Because we reworked the main bathroom and added a water closet, we ended up with like a really awkwardly sized space for the vanity. And so I got on Facebook and I did my little thrifting thing and I found this great little brutalist mid-century piece. I'm gonna take a piece of black granite and throw it over the top. And then, so these open right now. These are drawers. These are gonna go away so I can run the plumbing in the back. I don't like a set on top sink. So this will not be a set on top, which means that I'm gonna have to get rid of these drawers, but it'll still be functional from either side. I think it's gonna be one of those pieces that when set in place in that super dark, moody bathroom, really like makes an impression on people. So really excited about this. We're also doing a really warm ballet white throughout the whole house. And then on the ceiling, we're doing a mixture. So we're doing 25% ballet white, 25% flat white. That's gonna kind of ease the harshness of what the flat white ceiling feels like compared to that really warm yellow, not quite beige white that is ballet white. It is OC9, it's a Benjamin Moore color, and it is one of my favorite things to work with. We're also doing a small crown molding through the whole thing. Obviously we're gonna have to wipe this down because it sat outside for a minute, but running crown through at least the living room, the main room, and the hallway is gonna give this like a really regal feel. You know, I'm a regal guy, so that makes sense. All right, so this is that space that we were just talking about for the vanity that I bought. It should fit with about a 1/4 inch of play on each side, which is absolutely perfect. And then we talked about walking by things and double checking them. This light needs to come over about 4 inches. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna go get an extender, you know, one of the boxes that has 2 arms, and they're just gonna mount it here, measure it out, and then both sconces will be perfectly spaced 18 inches off of each side, which is exactly where we want them. Sink will be dead center and we'll be in a really good spot. Something else that is really important is that the shower pan is completely and perfectly level. That way, the water drains the way it should. The last thing you want is a shower pan that holds water. And so they came in here, they've sealed everything up. They're about to do some waterproofing underneath. They're gonna hit it with self-leveler, and then they can set a Schluter system on top of it. So this main shower is getting a full Schluter system. It's a 32 by 60. It's a good size shower, and because we're raising the bed with self-leveler, we also had to raise the faucet. So we had to raise the shower head, and that's something that a lot of people don't think about. So they come in, they measure everything out, and then they do a raised shower pan, and then next thing you know, they're walking under the shower and their head's hitting it. But we've been doing this long enough, we know to get ahead of those things. So between the pan, raising the shower head, and this fixture being bumped over about 4 inches, this place is gonna be perfect. And we triple measured the vanity, so if it doesn't go in, I'm just an idiot, so we'll see. To be determined on that. So Pete is actually doing the waterproofing on the floor right now, but I wanted to take y'all through a short little tour in here of like what the design finishes are gonna be like. So obviously you saw the dresser that I'm turning into a vanity. We're running 12 by 24, like a black, you know, dark gray tile vertically. up and down in the shower, and then on the floor we're doing like a mosaic black limestone. Black limestone is one of my favorite materials to work with. It's gonna look really good in here. Black grout in the shower, gray, a dark gray grout on the floor. Pair that with the vanity and the black granite on top. It's gonna be great in here. It's gonna be really, really good. So excited to show you all that when it is done. Hopefully by the end of next week, we got some tile laid and we're moving on to the next thing. It's looking really good. So we're in the guest bathroom now. It's right off of the living room. This is the bathroom that most people will see when they come to the house. It's being done in 2 stages. The first stage is just getting it done. We have a great black vanity coming in. Brushed brass through the whole bathroom, so your faucet, your handles, your shower fixtures, even the trim on the shower kit is all brushed brass. We're probably gonna go with a moody color in here eventually, but right now we're just getting it done. And then phase 2 will be bringing the same tile up about 4.5 feet through the whole bathroom for an elevated feel. All right, so we've talked a lot about things that are going right on this property, and now it's time to talk about something that went wrong. When you paint vinyl, there is a special paint that you have to buy in order to allow the vinyl to breathe. I bought 5 gallons of vinyl paint and 5 gallons of masonry paint. And the masonry paint made it where it was supposed to go, which is good because people don't know this, but brick is porous, so it breathes. It accepts moisture and then moisture evaporates out of it. So, and you can't trap the moisture inside of it. So vinyl expands and contracts with heat. That's what makes it so durable. So you have to have a paint that allows it to expand and contract. What happens when you put the wrong paint on vinyl is what's happening here. And that is, you start to get these little bumps because the vinyl wants to expand and contract, but the paint is not allowing it to. And so these little waves that are here are not a big deal to most buyers. Functionally, the vinyl still does exactly what you want it to do. It sheds water, it protects the house. Visually, it doesn't look great. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take something that was phase 2 for us, which is putting Hardie board on the side, and we're gonna bump it up to the end of phase 1. So we're gonna go ahead and paint all the vinyl still. We're gonna paint the vinyl with the right paint, whatever's left of it. And then sooner rather than later, I'm gonna come back in and I'm just gonna go ahead and Hardie board whatever parts of the house are vinyl right now. That's something that I really wanted to do down the road, but I wasn't here when they started spraying. They made a mistake and now it's costing us money, but that's okay. You know, like that's part of flipping houses. You can only be here so much when you have multiple projects going on, but that is also why you should be at your projects multiple times a day. I mean, I missed this by 45 minutes. And that's the difference between, you know, being able to really stand this vinyl for the next couple years and being really needing to change it out almost immediately just for my sanity. So functionally, it still works. Visually, it drives me up a wall. So we're gonna bump it up on the priority list.
I don't know what's underneath that.
Yeah, me either. I wonder if something's...
Maybe isn't that a slab? Concrete slab on that room?
No, I think that's leveler. I think it's on crawl space.
Oh.
I don't know, Mom. You might be right, actually.
Well,
just that one corner of it might be on slab.
They might, yeah, well, the guys that are under the house might be able to help you with that, tell you.
That's a good point. I haven't
What
been under there
they
since
see.
we bought it.
You know what they see.
Something's going on. I think that this is just warped, but something's kicking this out. I don't know what's going on under there. Something is crumbling. My guess is that water is backing up here because it held a bunch of leaves here before we did the landscaping. And so the vinyl is water shedding, but whatever it's protecting is not. So I'm guessing that the leaves and the trash that was backed up here was holding water. And then it soaked up into whatever is underneath here, which is probably particle board, which should have been wrapped, and that expanded. And because it expanded, the bottom, maybe 3 of these vinyl pieces have popped out. So from about here down, this is gonna have to get redone. Hopefully we're gonna go in there, we'll probably cut out the bottom, redo it with some fresh, like press board, you know, exterior siding, OSB, something like that. And then we'll put vinyl back over it. Nothing on your house is waterproof. It's all water shedding. And so when water is allowed to build up and come in contact with the house for an extended period of time, instead of being shed off of it, bad things happen. But yeah, we'll take it off. That'll be a different episode. We'll see what happens.
So we're wrapping up another phase of the project here at the farmhouse.
We got the bathroom finished. We're moving along. Mom actually picked the vanity that we put in the guest bathroom, and I wanted to go with the black one. She wanted to go with the wood one, and it looks great. It was the right decision for sure.
Yeah, looks great.
Yeah.
And the brass fixture.
Yeah, and the brass looks
Really
good.
looks
I think
good.
the brass with the black was a really good call. So we're headed into what is hopefully the final stretch of this thing. More crown going up, the rest of the trim, doors, things like that. I mean, it's starting to, hopefully it is close to feeling like home, or at least starting to feel like home.
Yeah, when we get those other cabinets in the kitchen, and
Yeah.
get those shelving on the walls,
Yeah.
get things placed where they're going, it'll really come together quick.
Yeah, we have a bunch of projects going on right now, and of course the only project that showed up with broken cabinets was the one that I'm trying to move into. So
Right,
that's how it goes every time. It never ceases to amaze me. So
right. And you have to decide about that tub.
yeah, so we're deciding whether or not we're actually going to put a soaking tub in the main suite or not. I don't know yet. We're going to see. It's getting tight in there though, and I would rather have space than it feel really tight.
I agree with that.
So, and we got a tub in the guest bath. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We got decisions to make. We got decisions to make over the next week. So by the time we check in with y'all again, hopefully we've made some of those decisions and we're moving into the next phase of the project.
Yay.
Yeah. See you next time.